Football Manager 2023 is out now. Here is a list of our top 10 bargain Wonder Kids in the game. Don't forget to hit like, hit subscribe if you want more Wonder Kids lists. First up, we got Talas Magno. Not Talas Mango, as I called him last year on a video that I did for FM Scout. 20 years old. He's a good attacking midfielder. He's described as a winger here at the start of the game on the 10th of July 2022, and you can see he's already got dribbling 15, technique 16, flair 17, etc. Now do bear in mind that in your saves some of these players could be slightly different, and this is the first day of Football Manager 2023 release. My scout is telling me that Talas Magno will cost between 5 and 8 million quid at the start of the game, which is really good, right? This is why he's come onto our list of bargain Wonder Kids at the start of the game. My scout unfortunately hasn't got much to say about him at the moment, and it's, like I said, it's day one. Next we got Nico. Should be able to pick him up for just over £10 million. I tried to keep everyone in this video available for under £10 million, but some of them will creep over slightly, but I'm sure you can negotiate it right down to under £10 million. The thing with Nico is he's a spirited Wonder Kid who can play centre midfield and is really well rounded here in this save. His media description is actually Wonder Kid, right? He's one of the few in this save anyway that has the media description of Wonder Kid, which is, it's just great, right? First touch, passing, technique, a real solid midfielder. Looks like he can do anything. Apart from maybe play a little bit further up, right? He hasn't got the finishing and the shooting that you would want. Reports wise, we've got consistent performer, a big dark green. That's very good, along with spirited individual. Really important to look at your scout reports here if you want to get under the bonnet and find out what's going on in the hidden attributes for your players. Next, Casper Abransky. He'll cost you less than 4 million quid at the start of the game, so a real bargain here. Defensive midfielder, a perfectionist personality, which is good. I mean, personalities have a lot to do with training and mentoring when it comes to developing Wonder Kids. It's one of the main pillars that you need, right, if you want to get one of your Wonder Kids into a world-class player. What strikes me about Casper Abransky right at the start of the game here is he's got dribbling 14, and for a defensive midfielder, that's kind of like an out-of-place attribute. Wouldn't you agree? Let me know down in the comments below if you've had any defensive midfielders in your save who are like amazing at, like, I don't know, shooting or something, or dribbling, something which is just totally random. Reports wise, fairly consistent performer. That is what we want. I'm always looking for fairly consistent performer and or enjoys big matches. Here under the bonnet, Casper Abransky does not disappoint. After Abransky, we found our favourite name in Football Manager 2023 Wonder Kids lore already. His name is Dave Quackman. Come on, Dave, right? Come on, Dave. He's a promising midfielder with a balanced personality. Nothing really jumps out at us, right? But at 17 years old and being Dutch, we should hope he's got good technique, right, going into the future anyway. At the moment, just some 13s, some 12s, some 14s, etc. Nothing to get too excited about, but I'm sure he'll develop into a very good player. This is what my scouts are telling me anyway. Looking under the bonnet, you can see fairly consistent performer, balanced personality, composure, fluent in the language. I mean, it might help if you're playing in England, that could help. I haven't seen any enjoys big matches yet. Maybe that's a change in Football Manager 2023. Like I said, it is day one. Let's see. We obviously can't top Dave Quackman as a name, right? But Nico Paz is pretty cool as well. He can play in any of the midfield positions pretty much. He's driven, he's left-footed, described as a winger, although he hasn't quite got the pace or the dribbling quite yet down. He is only 17, so that will improve, but look at that determination. 18 here in this save, and don't forget, some saves can be different from others. Your Nico Paz might be different from my Nico Paz, right? Which is why I always encourage you guys to get in the comments and let me know how these guys are doing on your save. Interesting that he's natural on the left here and left-footed as well. It doesn't really go with the zeitgeist of what we see happening in football at the moment, with inside forwards and inverted wingers mainly being stronger on the opposite foot to what flank that they play on, right? That was a tongue twister. Looking at the reports, possesses a fair amount of pace, can play in each positions, dribble in pursuit of his goals, but I don't see anything about big matches or consistent performer. In fact, I see should be looking to add greater consistency to his game. Maybe that's something he can acquire. After Paz, we got Oliver Artisan, a defensive centre-back. A centre-back, basically, right? Again, just 12s, 13s and 11s, not someone who you're going to want to push into your first team straight away if you're like a top club, but someone who can really develop into that role. Again, another player from the Dutch academy, Ajax this time. Was the last one Ajax? I can't remember. Balanced normal personality under the bonnet, is adept at using his left foot and can play a multitude of positions. After Artisan, we've got Gonzaga. Some like new names this year, right? Gonzaga, not someone who I can remember from last year. Again, 17 years old. Again, Dutch. Again, technique. This is what we're talking about with the Dutch players, right? Not to be too typecasty. First touch 15 as well. Determination 15. He's going to be absolutely sick. He can play attacking midfield centre. That is his forte. He's described as an attacking midfielder and he is fairly determined. Get a hold of this guy. Reports Talas possesses a fair amount of pace and is quite a technical player, but we knew that already. He's a selfish player, which could be a con, and he does need to add consistency to his game. Hopefully, again, that's something he can acquire. Costs you about 7 million at the start of the game, which is excellent. Into our top three, and next we've got the 18-year-old Brazilian Renan, another centre-back, a determined left-footed player who you can already see starting to blossom. He's 81 kilograms and 186 centimeters tall. Oh, I need to change the preferences. One thing I always do, the first thing I do is change my preferences so I know the height in feet, right? Because to me, 186 centimeters means nothing. So look at the jumping reach, 12, not great. Hopefully he'll get better. Determination, 18. Positioning 14, work rate 13. He looks like he's going to be good. Let's have a look at the scout report. Let's look under the bonnet. Good marking, determined individual, and consistent performer. We are yet to see a single enjoys big matches yet. Maybe it's just something that these young kids don't like to do these days. They don't like to enjoy big matches. Maybe they've never even played a big match. Let me know. Fairly susceptible to injuries as well, could be a problem. Although we did see last year Sesko absolutely tearing it up, did have injury concerns as well. Right, now look at this guy, Andreas Schledger. I can't say his name, which is a shame because he's absolutely sick. The first few 16s we've seen already, right? He's a winger here described as a resolute personality. He should have the media description Wonderkid for me, right? An 18-year-old with these stats. Imagine him in the Norwegian side feeding Erling Haaland. Some of you may have watched him already in real life. And if you have done, please let me know in the comments below because I'd love to get the lowdown on this guy. Technique, passing, first touch, dribbling, anticipation off the ball. Vision, all 16 at the age of 18 is insane. Reports tell us he's adaptable, he's got good characteristics, but again, no big matches. Maybe they've got rid of that this year. In at number one, the left-footed, left winger, left back, Nicola Zalowski, right? Determination, flair, acceleration, dribbling, passing, and his media description is Wonderkid. He'll set you back around 10 million quid at the start of the game, maybe just over, which we think is an absolute bargain. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Do hit the like button if you've enjoyed the video. Hit subscribe if you're new. If you'd like to download this shortlist and all of the shortlists that we've ever made on this channel, consider becoming a member. The button for that is right there. Thank you so much. Peace.